Now in 4 News Now at 6, Kootenai County voters rejected a fire district levy, the tough choices fire crews need to make, and what it could mean for your safety.
More rain and windy conditions are on the way as we head into your evening. I'll get you set for that and the looming weekend ahead in my First Alert weather forecast.
And the U.S. has pressed its final penny, but don't cash in that jar just yet. We'll show you what this really means for your change and whether those pennies could actually pay off. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Voters in Kootenai County said no to a $6 million levy that would have helped Kootenai County Fire and Rescue maintain its level of service. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Now the firefighting and paramedic services it offers are at risk. Madeline Mullins sat down with the fire chief today and shares what this means the next time someone calls for help.
The voters have decided. For now, Kootenai County Fire and Rescue's budget will stay the same. But that's about the only thing that is.
To say that service as we know it today is in jeopardy would be a real statement.
Fire Chief Pete Hawley says the levy they put on the ballot would have maintained their quick response times, help adapt to growth in the area, and ensure the district is fully staffed with firefighters and paramedics. Now, that's all at risk. Because this levy failed, Kootenai County Fire and Rescue says it will have to take a hard look at its budget and how it operates.
All the different programs and all the different specialties and how many stations we have and response times, all of that, it has to be evaluated, has to be looked at, and some of that or a chunk of that is going to be potentially at risk.
Those who voted for the levy tell me that's a scary thought.
And so there's been a few moments where we've had fire trucks in the neighborhood. If that's cut, what are we going to do?
But in rural areas, there's going to be a big problem. Or out on the prairie, where all that growth is, there's going to be a big problem.
However, those who voted no had other concerns. Multiple people commented on the fire district's post that they voted no because of the size of the tax increase. It would have cost the average homeowner around $170 a year. One woman saying to me, voters are feeling especially strained right now.
We do have to involve our community, figure out what is going to be palatable to the community, if anything.
But as inflation continues to rise, Kootenai County continues to grow, and state law limits budget growth to 3% a year, Chief Hawley says something has to give. In Kootenai County, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
The family of a Washington State University student who took his own life is suing a telehealth company and a fraternity, blaming them for their son's death. 19-year-old Luke Tyler died by suicide in his WSU dorm room in January of 2023. The coroner found a combination of alcohol and an antidepressant in his system. Tyler's family is suing the telehealth company Hims and Hers Health Incorporated, which prescribed the antidepressant, and the Theta Chi fraternity. The lawsuit claims Hims targeted Luke through an Instagram ad, then prescribed him a 90-day supply of medication after only a text-based consultation. It also says the company doubled his dosage a month later and that the drug carries a higher risk of suicide in young adults. The complaint also accuses Theta Chi and 2 members described as pledge marshals of hazing that pushed Luke to his breaking point. WSU had already sanctioned the fraternity for hazing-related incidents. Theta Chi remains unrecognized by the university until 2027. As of now, neither the company nor the fraternity have commented on the lawsuit.
A 16-year-old is accused of shooting and killing a man in Douglas County. The sheriff's office says they found a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound in a car on Highway 97 near Orondo. Deputies tried to save the man, but he died at the scene. Their investigation led them to arrest a 16-year-old boy. The sheriff's office has not released the name of the victim or what led up to the shooting.
All right, we've had a lot of rain today, and we're expecting to see more of it throughout the rest of the week.
But no snow yet.
Right.
And forecaster Jason Valentine is in for Chris Crocker tonight. You're saying it's a little late.
It is a little late. Today is the average day of snow, measurable snow to fall in the Spokane area. So if you don't like snow, rejoice, because this is the average. So we're beating the odds the further we get out with that snow. We definitely had rain showers today, and we just see the start of the next round of showers right here at Othello. That is going to build up, and in the next hour or two, we're going to see more showers. Then they're going to be sticking with us for the evening hours into our Friday morning. morning and then become a little more intermittent. And as we head on into our week, we expect more. I'll get to that in a bit. Look at this, 55 right now for the Spokane area. That is balmy for this time of year at 6 o'clock. Definitely the warmest temperature we've had all week, and that's 10 degrees above our average temperature for this time of year. Getting back to the rain, we do have 40% chance of showers tomorrow, so we're just going to see some hit and miss showers as we head into our Friday, and then better chance Sunday and Monday, but nothing like the showers that we've seen and are going to see today. This will be probably the biggest rainfall that we're going to see for the next week. So our evening planner, off and on shower activity into our Friday morning. We also expect to see winds to pick up for the first time in a week as we move along into our evening. I'll get you ready for all of that. That's my full forecast coming up later in the show.
All right, Jason, thank you. The city of Liberty Lake just announced one of its former mayors has died. The city says former mayor Shane Brickner passed away last night. Brickner was also former city council member and volunteer police officer. He was 50 years old. The city says details for a celebration of life will be announced soon.
Well, today marks 3 years since the murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
And within the last few hours, a judge ruled that the confessed killer must pay additional restitution to his victims' families. The deaths of Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonsalves not only shocked the Moscow community, but the entire nation. The Mogen and Gonsalves families were asking for Brian Kohberger to pay an additional $3,000 to cover the cost of their children's urns. The defense argued that the family missed the deadline to ask for funeral expenses. That's because the plea agreement required requests for funeral costs be submitted within 60 days of the deal, and that window had closed. The judges sided with the families who said the cost of the urns were not known at the time of the agreement. The defense also argued that Kohberger would never be able to pay since he is serving 4 consecutive life sentences. The judge says that Kohberger has already earned enough to pay for the urns through donations sent to him while incarcerated.
The Gonsalves family is also calling to stop the Lifetime movie being made about the murders. In a statement, the Gonsalves family is saying, "This is a nightmare for us. We do not want Kaylee being portrayed in a slasher film." An online petition has been created to have the production shut down. At last check, it had more than 13,000 signatures.
Well, this is the moment President Donald Trump signed the bill that ended the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. That shutdown lasted 43 days. It forced national parks and museums to shut down. Millions were either furloughed or forced to work without pay, and even caused chaos at airports across the U.S. It also left 42 million Americans wondering where they would get their next meal, as funding for the federal food assistance program known as SNAP ran out. Despite the government being reopened, it may take a while for things to return to normal. Mary Sheridan shares how one local organization is helping families in the meantime.
This shutdown has impacted our community in ways that I think we're still unable to really realize.
Tanya Gibson says her team is still fielding calls from people feeling the impacts of the government shutdown.
Thank you for calling SNAP. This is our.
She works for SNAP, the Spokane Neighborhood Action Partnership, not the food assistance organization. But Gibson does work closely with members of the community struggling with food insecurity, and she says the shutdown gave families some tough choices to make.
We have really seen a huge increase in phone calls. People are desperate. They are trying to decide if they're going to pay their rent, if they're going to pay their utilities, or put food on their table.
So SNAP is bringing back the program Cuisines for Clients. It was initially launched during the COVID-19 pandemic so people could donate meals from local restaurants to those in need.
Money, it can only stretch so far, and so there's not going to be that extra money to go out.
The program is appreciated by local restaurants, both for the added business and the chance to give back.
The first round of meals is going to be supported by Feast World Kitchen. It's a restaurant in downtown Spokane that has a rotating menu created and cooked by refugees.
Feast's co-executive director says she's happy to support this cause. At the same time, she's urging the community to address the core issue of food insecurity.
We as a community, we have to come together to have a bigger solution to solve more problems in the upcoming 6 months.
SNAP is accepting donations now, which begin at $25.
You can text YUMMY to 91999. You can go on our website, and it's snaplaw.org/yummy.
The first round of meals will be distributed Monday. Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Well, a piece of Spokane history is back home.
We'll show you the portrait of Spokane's former police chief who hunted one of the most notorious outlaws in U.S. history. And the Spokane Library System says it's long overdue for more city funding. We'll show you what's at stake if the city says no, next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Disney on Ice.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech. You've got the drive. And now you've got Toyota value.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2026 Camry for just $329 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Eastern Washington University is the region's polytechnic. And that means we don't do things like everyone else. We put hands-on learning at the forefront of everything we do. Our polytechnic plays trumpet, learns applied ethics, and studies humanities and education. It powers the research centers that give our STEM graduates an edge in the workforce. We are your Eastern Washington University, the region's polytechnic.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Elegance, style, quality, custom made for your project. Agalite shower doors and bath enclosures by River City Glass are designed for a lifetime of use. Timeless beauty that speaks for itself with superior quality and exceptional value. Offering exquisite custom wine room enclosures and office room glass, specializing in custom mirrors crafted to fit your space. Producing high-performance glass for every project, residential and commercial. River City Glass.
The Tire Store for winter tires with no credit hassles. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
Welcome back. The Spokane Public Library says it may have to cut its hours and programs if the city can't provide more funding.
Right now, the library is asking for an extra $1.3 million each year for the next 3 years. Derek Strom is live at one of the libraries that could be affected by the budget deficit.
Derek Kirsten, the library's executive director, says they may have to close the central branch downtown 1 day per week if this budget issue isn't resolved. And the library users, I spoke with today, say having access to the library and having programs available to them are what's most important.
It's very valuable to a lot of people.
The Spokane Public Library says it's looking at a deficit of several $1 million by 2028 if the city doesn't increase the funding it gets. The library department says its costs continue to rise, but the amount they receive from the city has stayed the same. Executive Director Andrew Chance says it's spending its reserve funding to keep all of its programming, but that's not sustainable.
Our budget request is needed to keep our operations intact. It's a very lean budget for our level of service, and we need this to keep our promise, both the libraries and the councils, to our taxpayers and voters intact.
City council members say they don't want the library to lose any programs or hours, but the city is dealing with its own budget shortfall. Councilman Zach Sapone says they will look to come up with $600,000 to $800,000 in funding if possible.
I feel like we're hearing a lot from community that there's broad support for wanting to maintain our services at the library. I don't know if that's true that all council members feel that same priority.
Library users are worried how the budget issues could affect them and the programs they use regularly.
The library in general is extremely important in the services, all the services that are provided. And there's a lot of people that are in great need of having a library for respite.
The library's current levy expires after 2027, and it's expecting to triple the amount they asked for when they put the next levy on the ballot. The library or the city council hasn't made any decisions yet on whether the library will get the funding it's asking for. And even if the funding is approved, the library will still face a budget deficit for 2028. Live in Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, drivers heading over Snoqualmie Pass could see some slowdowns in the coming weeks as crews work to replace that damaged overpass on I-90. The Department of Transportation says construction will begin later this month to rebuild the Bullfrog Overpass near Cle Elum. That bridge, as you may recall, was demolished after a truck hit it last month. WashDOT says crews will start working over the westbound lanes first, and drivers should expect delays. It expects the new overpass to be finished by January.
And sticking with traffic, some of our highway passes could be seeing some snow as early as tomorrow. For us, the rain looks to continue into our evening hours. I'll get you ready in my First Alert weather forecast. That is next on 4 News Now at 6. See you after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Avamere at South Hill.
From your head and shoulders, down to your toes, and everywhere in between. Kootenai Health provides advanced medicine right where you need it, right here in North Idaho.
This winter, experience the ultimate rock Christmas tradition. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. Friday, November 21st, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. Don't miss this season's most exciting concert experience. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
The Black Friday savings are on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores.
Get big holiday discounts throughout the store or enjoy no money down, no minimum purchase, 0 interest financing until 2030.
This week at Walker's.
Spokane, it's Wood Stove Month at Falco's. Are you tired of fighting that old wood stove? Take your time and comfort back. Blaze King stoves burn up to 40 hours on one single load. All Blaze Kings are on sale and in stock right now at Falco's. Buy now and get a free pallet of North Idaho Energy logs. Plus, get $1,000 off when you replace your old wood stove. Don't miss this November, only at Falco's.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Is there a sport your kids haven't suited up for? Luckily, when it comes to providing advanced care for your family, there isn't a sports injury Kootenai Health hasn't seen. Find your specialist at kh.org.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
All right, welcome back. Jason Valentine in for Chris Crocker once again, and we've been talking about a whole lot of rain.
Yeah, it's been coming down for most of the day. Are we in a little break?
We've had a break for the past couple hours, but it is going to be coming back tonight, and then a little more intermittent for your Friday. Let's take a look outside. 54 right now in lovely Coeur d'Alene, 55 in Spokane. My goodness, we are seeing warm conditions as we're heading into the evening hours, as showers are on the way, just not here at the moment, but we will see it throughout the evening. So a rainy Thursday, especially earlier, came right after noon and stuck with us till about 3 o'clock. Hit and miss showers expected Friday. Winds finally showing some life. That's going to help our stagnant air throughout most of our regions, and some mountain snow is expected. So for the showers that we saw earlier, they have moved on, but we see the next system starting to form near Othello, and that is going to be coming in the next hour or so, and going to be sticking with us into our overnight period, most likely. And then again, we're going to see it kind of split up as we get to Friday. So a little closer look. Nothing near us at the moment. Deer Park seeing a little bit. Sprague about to see a little bit of shower activity. We'll keep an eye on that as we move along in the evening. So our forecast radar as we move along into our evening hours, more shower activity, and then looks like it'll be a little bit heavier in our overnight period as we move on into Friday morning. A little bit more shower activity, so a little wetness could be with you for your commute. Now keep an eye on the areas north of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. As we head into Friday, they're going to see a steady barrage of shower activity, while Spokane, Coeur d'Alene will see it in and out, and that's going to stick there until we get to very early on Saturday, and then just some off and on light showers for your Saturday. At least that's what it looks like at the moment. So we're keeping an eye on that. Also, snow levels are dropping to 3,500 feet overnight tonight, and also overnight Friday into Saturday morning. If you're doing some traveling, as I mentioned earlier, you could be seeing snow in the Stevens and Lookout Pass areas accumulating. So keep an eye out for that if you are traveling over those areas. But for Spokane, when is the first snow going to happen? Average date is today. So we are late in seeing our first snow. The latest snow, my goodness, January 19th of 1902. The earliest was September 23rd of 1926. We'll keep an eye on it, but we don't see any measurable snow on the way. Well, on our almanac, we continue to be about 10 degrees or so above our average for this time of year. We're going to continue that trend into our weekend, but much cooler temperatures are on the way. So winds, they have been pretty light for about the last week. Starting to see it pick up in Pullman. We're going to see all of our areas start to pick up into middle of the teens for our winds, and could see gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range. Air quality, which has been in the moderate zone for many of our cities for the past couple days, should improve. 7-day forecast. All right, we're in those 50s through Sunday. Again, shower activity in and out for really the week ahead. Could even see some rain-snow mix on our Wednesday next week as we dip below the freezing mark. Looks like we're going to start to very much cool down Monday late night into Tuesday. But for tonight, more showers and wind on the way. That'll continue for your Friday, but during your Friday, it will become more hit or miss.
All right, a heads up for Toyota and Lexus owners. The company is recalling over 127,000 cars over a potential engine failure issue. The automaker says debris from the manufacturing process could contaminate the engine, causing it to stall or lose power. The recalled vehicles are the 2022 to 2024 Toyota Tundra and Lexus LX, and the 2024 Lexus GX with V35A engines. Toyota says it's still working on a solution. Once a fix is ready, though, it'll offer free repairs. All right, still ahead. Scammers are targeting Spokane residents, making calls look like they're coming from the assessor's office.
We'll show you how to spot these fake calls and protect your information. Plus, a man from Spokane is taking on hundreds of others for a $4.5 million prize on Squid Game, The Challenge. How he managed to get on the show and hear what it was like to compete against all of those competitors.
And the government is officially back open, but the effects of the shutdown are far from over. From flight delays to a backlog of federal work, we'll break down what you need to know and how it could impact you next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
It's no secret, the finest poinsettias for Christmas are always found at Spokane's go-to garden center, the Plant Farm. Set the tone for the holidays with traditional Bravo red, or celebrate with unique shades like orange, pink, or even multicolored. Fill your home and office with beautiful poinsettias from the Plant Farm and gift one to a friend. Spokane's go-to garden center for poinsettias, the Plant Farm, because life is better in the garden.
Coeur d'Alene Honda has been here since 1968, owned and operated by the same family for over 57 years.
A lot's changed in 57 years. The way we treat our customers hasn't.
Check out our reviews. With a 4.7 rating, it shows we really care.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, all of our new and select pre-owned Hondas come with our free nationwide lifetime warranty.
If you're looking for that perfect vehicle, we've got you covered.
We work with local credit unions and lenders to get you the best rate possible.
I just got approved with no money down.
Don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
STCU and 4 News Now are proud to highlight volunteers throughout our region.
And that tradition continues today.
Through our Volunteers Count program, we celebrate dedicated people who help at nonprofits, large and small.
Their work benefits individuals, families, and our entire community.
Do you know of a volunteer who goes above and beyond? Someone who makes a positive impact and ensures others' needs are met?
We'd love to hear about them. Nominate them at kxly.com/volunteerscount.
Brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
All right, welcome back. Around the nation, the longest shutdown in U.S. history is over after President Donald Trump signed a funding bill to reopen the government last night.
But even as the government reopens, things won't quickly be returning to normal. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez explains.
The U.S. government is finally back open, but the fallout continues.
It costs about $15 billion a week, and it accumulates to maybe 1.5% of GDP.
While there's relief for travelers,
I am happy that it'll get back to some kind of normalcy.
Flight delays and cancellations are expected to linger as air traffic control facilities staff back up. Thursday, nearly 1,000 flights were canceled due to those staffing issues, FAA mandated cuts to keep the airspace safe, and unrelated reasons. It remains unclear when regular operations will resume.
It's going to take a long time. The problem is that the cascading effect that has occurred during the government shutdown is going to just kind of build on top of itself.
Across federal agencies, the hundreds of thousands of furloughed workers will have to address a more than 6-week backlog of work, from food safety inspections to NASA operations to tax refunds. Federal workers say it takes time to get things back up and running. And the battle on Capitol Hill still isn't over. There are no guarantees Congress will extend the health care subsidies set to expire at the end of the year, something demanded by Democrats as Affordable Care Act enrollees brace for premium increases.
It went from $400 that we're paying right now to $1,975 for the same policy.
The legislation also only funds most of the government through January, which means in less than 3 months, the government could close its doors again. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Both President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump signed an executive order to improve the U.S. foster care system.
This will create new educational and employment opportunities countrywide.
The order is to create the Fostering the Future program. It is meant to bring together federal entities, nonprofits, and educational institutions to provide opportunities for foster youth. It also creates an online hub to help connect foster youth with career and educational resources. Well, respiratory virus season is here, and experts say it could be a tough one this year.
We'll show you simple ways to boost your immune system and protect your family this winter. Plus, we'll tell you whether those pennies in your cup holder are worth keeping or if it's better to just spend them before they disappear. Next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! Go get it! I get it! 30-minute classes? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Crosswalk Youth Shelter acts as a pillar of hope to homeless teens in our community. Their new facility offers expanded resources, connecting youth with essential services they need to thrive.
At Crosswalk, we believe that every young person deserves the opportunity to thrive. Youth guided the design of this building from the dorms to the classrooms to create safe space that fosters healing, growth, and a path to success.
Through Numerica Cares for Kids, we are honored to invest in the mission of Crosswalk Youth Shelter.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
One-A-Day Women's Multis are made for your overall health, with nutrients for immunity and energy. So you never miss a beat. One-A-Day, the one for you.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
A small yet iconic piece of American history reaches its final minting, but will it continue? It will continue to jingle in our pockets for years to come.
After 2 centuries, the U.S. Mint made its last penny yesterday, closing the chapter on a coin that costs more to produce than it's worth. Tonight, Hunter Bertram explains whether you should save them or spend them.
A bustling downtown Spokane. Plastic cards fill shopping bags, while the jingle of pockets full of coins fades into a nostalgic echo.
Last time I used a penny was to try and give it away.
The penny, sometimes shiny, often forgotten, and occasionally
it's a nuisance, really.
They appear when least needed, yet in a drive-through, you're desperately searching to avoid breaking a dollar.
Now that they're not making them anymore, does that automatically make them worth a lot more? And the answer to that is no.
A bag of pennies might seem like a treasure chest from afar, but the reality is far less exciting.
So there are so many in existence where later down the road, it could be 2, 3, sometimes 4 generations before a coin actually picks up pace and becomes interesting and exciting.
And don't expect a fortune from melting them down. Modern pennies are made from the cheapest metals, plated in copper.
You can give them to the homeless, you can give them to like people as a tip.
And some of the people I talked to today tell me when they get pennies, they just toss them out. But you shouldn't do that. Pennies are still and always will be worth 1 cent. Yes, it takes a lot of them to equal $5, but hey, if you put it in a piggy bank, add to it here and there, in a few months, you'll have enough money to buy a coffee.
Spend them, use them, trade them. We're probably the last generation that will.
Pennies will continue to circulate with Lincoln's copper face shining on. So spend them, bank them, or use them for a classic coin flip. For 4 News Now, I'm Hunter Bertram.
Or, you know, put them in the fountain.
There you go.
I heard that they help with the fountains. I don't know if that's true. Maybe they just give you some luck.
Well, makes your wish come true, right? All right, we could wish for some drier weather. I don't know if we're going to get it, though, Jason Valentine.
No, we're definitely not. Folks, in 1981, guys, there was a film with Steve Martin called Pennies from Heaven. Well, we're going to soon have raindrops from heaven as we see the next round of shower activity starting to form just to the southwest of our area. And we're going to be seeing shower activity pretty regularly through the evening hours. So just get ready for more of the shower activity. After pretty much a 4-hour break, it ended around 3 o'clock today. So chance of rain for the next couple of days. We do expect to see more and more intermittent showers as we move along into our next work week. Now, the difference being is we're going to be seeing warm conditions through Sunday, but then we're going to be cooling down as we get into our next work week. And speaking of hot temperatures, my goodness, 55 right now in the Spokane area. That is 10 degrees above our average for this time of year. So enjoy the quote-unquote warmer temperatures. By the time we get to next week, we'll be barely making 40 degrees. So our evening planner, we have plenty of cloud coverage and, yes, shower activity. Looks like the heaviest shower activity is expected between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. We do expect to see more winds as we move along in our evening hours. We expect around 15-mile-per-hour sustained winds with gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range. That'll continue into your Friday. So let me get you ready for your weekend, and also some mountain snow expected. That's coming up in my full forecast.
Jason, thank you. A Coeur d'Alene-based realtor is in jail for allegedly sexually abusing a minor, and investigators believe there could be more victims. The Boundary County Sheriff's Office arrested Scott Smith yesterday for lewd and lascivious conduct with a minor. The Sheriff's Office did not provide any further details.
A scam alert tonight from the Spokane County Assessor's Office. He says scammers are calling people, making it look like it's coming from his office. Assessor Tom Konis says these calls are fake, calling it a spoofing attack. That's when scammers disguise their number to appear legitimate.
I want people just to be aware of two things. Number one, we are not going to just out of the blue call anybody. And definitely not after business hours. But number two, people just need to be aware, unfortunately, and more hyper-focused, because there's some bad people out there that are trying to scam them out of their hard-earned money.
Konis is urging residents to protect their personal and financial information and to be cautious, even if the caller ID shows Spokane County. Officials say you shouldn't answer calls from unknown numbers and never share personal information unless you're sure who you're talking to. Any suspicious calls should be reported to Crime Check at 509-456-2233. A piece of Spokane history tied to one of America's most notorious Western outlaw gangs is back home tonight.
Before becoming Spokane's police chief in 1885, James Glispin led the posse in Minnesota that tracked down the gang of bank robbers led by Jesse and Frank James. This portrait of James Glispin is now hanging in the Spokane Regional Law Enforcement Museum in the Public Safety Building. It's been in the care of Pend Oreille County Historical Society board members Sue Morrow and her brother Tom Owens for decades. Along with the portrait, Glispin's sheriff's badge, a position he held for 2 years following his time as Spokane police chief.
There is this connection, and there's this mission, this purpose in law enforcement. And when we can go down the halls and see a portrait of our 5th sheriff, his actual badge that he wore, there's a real special connection to the past.
Glispin and his men were known as the Magnificent Seven. While they brought down the James Younger gang, Jesse and his brother Frank escaped. Glispin died at his Spokane home in 1888.
It's actually a really cool piece of history.
Yeah.
And nice that they have it back.
We can go see.
Yeah. All right, a couple of lifelong best friends make up the bulk of the red-hot Freeman Scotties offense.
Yeah, they've helped Freeman back to the playoffs for the 5th straight season.
And get to know Logan and Tice a little bit better. We'll have our full report from Rockford on these playoff-bound Scotties coming right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Uproar over the guy arrested for running down the wrong trail.
It's insane.
Was it government overreach? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Approaching the entrance.
Tonight, it's the fall finale.
Man, are you okay? Your hand.
Of the most shocking season ever. 911 tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The Freeman Scotties enter the 2025 postseason seeking their first state ring in 12 years, and they do so in a pretty stacked bracket for the 2B teams. We went over to Rockford this week to check in with how the Scotties face this year's tough tournament.
Freeman quarterback Logan Schultz and wide receiver Tice Gilbert have a psychic bond.
Him and I, we've been best friends since kindergarten, and we were brothers from another mother. We were always at each other's house every summer, spending multiple nights a row at each other's houses, throwing the ball, playing around. Like, him and I have just had, I don't know, we've always just had that connection since we were younger.
Literally any moment we get, like, still even to this day, we just play pass all the time. I guess it's kind of like we just kind of have a connection there.
That senior connection led to an 8-score and team-high 800-yard season for Gilbert and a career-best season in quarterback rating and yards per game for Schultz.
I can remember when these guys were freshmen, we'd have to kick them off the field at night because they'd stay extra, throw. I know they've been best friends since they were younger. It's just been awesome to see.
The pair led their Scotties to an 8-2 overall record, second in the Northwest 2B North, flying into the postseason as the number 4 seed.
We have an amazing senior class that has been a part of this and knows what it takes to be successful, and feel confident in the leaders on the team to be able to hold our guys to the high standard we got.
It's not just the offense that's impressed, but all-league returning defensive captain Levi Wellner anchors a young D that's allowed 4 touchdowns across the last 4 weeks.
A lot of kids have had to step up into some spots that they haven't really done a whole lot, so they've been just making big plays and making big impacts for us.
So now begins the road to Freeman's second ever state ring and their first in 12 years.
I'm in the weight room and out on the field and getting routes, 7-on-7s, I mean everything. I think everybody on the team wants to win, and we want nothing more than that chipper.
We start playing when we're young, and just to be able to give back to all like the community that has given so much to us to be successful. Like, we don't have everything out here if it wasn't for them either. So that would just mean the world to be able to give back what they've given to us.
Freeman hosts Clea Elam Roslin under the Friday Night Lights at 6 p.m. for a spot in the quarterfinals.
Pretty fun team to cover. And another fun team to cover recently, too. Spokane Velocity break new USL League One ground when they make their second consecutive league finals appearance across their first 2 seasons of existence. Head coach Lee Veidman spoke to us today about how surreal it is to be back here again this weekend.
This is not normal. Let's just say that. The guys have been absolutely incredible. We've had a theme all year of, yes, we want to play a certain way, but ultimately in our world, it's about finding a way to win.
Penalty shootout dubs got Spokane to this final. They'll play at 1 Knoxville down in Tennessee this Sunday at 2 p.m. We'll have highlights at 5 and 6. And Gonzaga women's hoops right now playing in the Kennel, and boy, we got a good one so far when they're taking on future Pac-12 foe Colorado State. Score right now is all knotted at 31. We're very, very close to halftime. We may have just hit it. No, still a few seconds left. Rams took a big run to take the lead. Gonzaga was leading at the end of the first, and we're going to be heading over to the McCarthy Athletic Center shortly, having those highlights and post-game reactions coming to y'all on Nightside. So the Zags are looking real solid. They have road wins over North Dakota State and Toledo. Allie Turner, no shock, leading Gonzaga in most good stats. The three-point sharpshooter pretty much always has good nights.
And there's a pretty big star at the game tonight.
Yeah, Paige Beckers is at the game tonight because she went to college at UConn with Inesh Betancourt. It's pretty neat.
All right.
A lot of my friends have been posting on social media. Like, she's been cited, you know, even if they're not in the areas where everybody was.
She was in Spokane this spring. Went and watched her too when they played at the arena. Pretty neat.
Big deal. Thanks, Jack.
The first team to finish will survive.
There's $4.5 million on the line.
Ooh, get ready for some intense competition. The second season of Squid Game, The Challenge on Netflix, is now streaming. The reality competition show is inspired by the popular TV series Squid Game. 456 contestants compete in a variety of high-intensity challenges modeled after popular kids' games.
All in the hopes of winning $4.5 million. This season, you may see a familiar face on your screen. Spokane's own Justin Poloni is on this season as number 378. He said his wife convinced him to sign up after watching the first season, thinking it would be an easy win.
You had to submit a video as a minute long, and the whole video is just like, I'm just doing this to prove that I can compete and that I can win, just to prove my wife wrong. And then 170,000 people applied, and I was like, it was crazy that they picked me off that video. Just that adrenaline of like competing, and it's all like 400 cameras on you. It was way different than I thought.
Justin said he went into the show wanting to compete hard and be his normal, kind self. And although he didn't win the big prize, he said he'd do it all over again.
I'm highly competitive, and I don't know, just part of it is just to prove to myself that I do belong at the top, and I think I could go back and I can win. Unfortunately, I didn't this time.
And there's still an opportunity for Justin to be invited back for season 3. Fan favorite voting is open now. We have a link on our website to show you how to cast your vote. And if you want to see how far Justin makes it, Squid Game The Challenge is streaming now on Netflix.
Very cool. Well, folks, we are heading into what looks like to be a wet Thursday evening and a semi-wet Friday. Let me get you ready for that and a sneak peek at your weekend. Also some mountain snow, wind. A lot to talk about. That is next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Black Friday mattress savings are on at every Walker's Furniture and Mattress location.
Save up to $625 on Serta iComfort, up to $900 on Beautyrest Black, and up to $700 on Purple mattress sets. Take home comfort today with no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest until 2030.
You'll even get free delivery and furniture with select mattress sets. Sleep better, spend less, and get more.
During the Black Friday mattress sale at Walker's.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly, it's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
The holidays are all about giving, but at the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, it's all about getting. Get the strongest Ram 1500 ever. Get the power of the high-output 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel and get it all backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Nothing stops Ram. Don't let anything stop you from getting a great deal at the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event.
Get 10% below MSRP plus $4,000 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Ram 1500 models in stock. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most 2025 Ram 1500 models. See your local Ram dealer.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Missisquoi.com.
Okay, welcome back. It's been a wet night. We have had a little bit of a break, it sounds like.
Yes, for the past couple hours, but more on the way.
And at least there's no snow.
At least there's no snow. Today, it is November 13th, our average day of getting measurable snow. No snow in sight. Maybe some rain snow mix next weekend. We're going to keep an eye on that, but good Thursday evening, everyone. Our next round of showers is starting to form, and we're going to be seeing off and on showers really throughout the evening and into tomorrow morning. So do get ready for that. A little bit of a closer look at our regions. Pullman, just to our south, is seeing some shower activity. And again, we're starting to see little bits and pieces of systems. So get ready for more rain. If you're heading out, expect to see more rain and on the way. Speaking of which, here's our forecast radar as we head into 8 o'clock. Again, widespread, and we're seeing some heavier cells. Sandpoint, you could be seeing some heavy rain as we get into the later evening hours. For our overnight period, this is just after midnight. We expect more rain, and then it's going to be splitting up a little bit as we get to our Friday morning, which will be, again, intermittent showers. And then, but look at north of our areas, more sustained showers for Sandpoint, Colville, Bonners Ferry, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, just seeing a little bit of evening showers tomorrow. And then as we get into Saturday, again, a little bit more hit and miss showers. But we do expect to see rain to be a part of our existence for the next couple of days, at least, if not well into next week. Also, tonight into tomorrow and Friday night into Saturday morning, our snow level is going to drop to around 3,500 to 3,600 feet. Now, what that means is Stevens Pass and Lookout Pass could get some measurable snow especially late tonight. So if you're traveling to those areas, do take note and be careful. On our almanac, we are looking much warmer than we are average for this time of year, which is in the lower 40s. We were actually in the mid 50s just earlier, and we're looking at 10 degrees above in our overnight period. But that is going to change after our weekend. I'll get to that in our 7-day forecast, but we do expect cooler conditions and overnight lows below the freezing mark by next week. So winds have been light, and we do expect them to pick up into our evening hours. 14-mile-per-hour winds right now for Pullman, 10 in Coeur d'Alene. We expect to see the mid-teens into our evening hours. Could see gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range, so a little bit of a speed up in our wind, and it is going to help out, though, our air quality. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and many of our cities have been in the moderate zone for the past couple of days. We've even seen a few unhealthy for sensitive groups, the orange, which is a step worse than moderate. But with the wind coming in, we should be getting some relief from that moderate air. All right, our 7-day forecast, and as we move along into our weekend, we're going to remain right around that 50-degree mark. Again, oscillating showers into Sunday. Monday, we're down to 45, and then even our high for Wednesday, 39. Overnight lows below the freezing mark, and we do see a chance of seeing some rain snow mix next Wednesday. We're going to keep a close look on that, but tonight, more shower activity, winds, and that'll translate into tomorrow as well. Just during the day, a little more intermittent showers for your Friday.
All right, Jason, thank you. We are officially in respiratory virus season, and it is expected to last through mid-May.
There are ways to protect against viruses like COVID-19, influenza, and RSV naturally. Mandy Gaither explains how you can give your immune system a boost.
It's that time of year again. Respiratory virus season typically peaks between December and February, and as we get deeper into it, it's important that your body is prepared.
I am anticipating, as I think we all are,
a rough respiratory season.
Dr. Sarah Nozel with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first line of defense is vaccination. There are vaccines that protect against flu, RSV, and COVID-19, but there are also natural ways to give your immune system a boost, and that starts with getting your underlying medical conditions under control.
Do you have any medical problems that we should be preparing your asthma medications for the fall and winter? Should we be making sure your diabetes is well controlled?
Next, Nozel says make healthy choices. That includes consistent exercise, staying hydrated, and eating foods like fruits and vegetables.
We want our body to have all of the nutrients, not to be deficient in any nutrients.
Getting good quality sleep is also critical for immune system health, as is managing stress. And Nozel's final tip, make sure everyone in the family frequently washes their hands with soap and water.
When you touch your nose, your mouth, your eyes, or even your face, and your hands have not just been washed, you are likely transmitting small bits of virus to yourself throughout the virus season.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Equinox models.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
The current project always seems to be the best project this one could be. It's Parasport Spokane, Horizon Credit Union volunteers, and all the trades and all the companies that helped us build up and make a communal, comfortable room, along with many other things. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, despite the government shutdown ending, flight reduction cuts are still in place around the nation. We'll tell you how these cuts may affect your Thanksgiving travel plans tonight on Nightside, starting at 11 o'clock.
All right, I'm going to check that out. Looking forward to that. All right, we're looking at shower activity, and we're going to be seeing shower activity in and out for your Friday. High is going to be around 50 degrees. Again, more showers in the morning hours and in the very early hours. And then we'll see showers in and out really for the next couple of days. 50-degree temperatures through Sunday, and then a big cool down, guys, next week. Below freezing temperatures overnight starting Monday late night into Tuesday.
Starting to get real.
It is getting real.
Those pumpkins on that graphic are starting to rot.
It's true.
Time to put them in the green bin.
That's right. I did that this week.
Live stream